Michael Champion, and I'm going to sort of explain sort of the process by which we came up with our project, which was to help create a community vision for downtown Napa through a survey of city residents and workers. So first I'd like to introduce the rest of our group. To my right is Cheryl Woods, to her right is Mike Zackin, to his right is Richard Green. Two of our members couldn't be here today. Mike Silvas is at a conference in Florida, and Lee Sharp just gave birth to a baby girl.
And we were lost for a while too.
We were.
Yeah.
Safe to say. So we'll start out, next slide. Our vision that we came up with, we sort of spent a lot of time just bouncing this around. And it's right here, create a vision for downtown Napa for the next 5 to 10 years. We thought it would be important to sort of put a date on it, something that was in the foreseeable future, so that people who were sort of filling out our surveys could sort of, as a frame of reference for them. You know, we're not talking about 100 years from now, we're talking about something that we're going to more than likely see in our lifetimes, hopefully. So next, okay, here we go. A process that we used to come up with our idea. I think from the very beginning, we wanted to make sure that whatever it was we decided upon, we wanted to make our project was doable, it was useful, and it was of value to, someone outside of our practical group. So we asked, we got a lot of input from a lot of the organizations in town who we thought would have more knowledge and expertise in the area of downtown Napa, because from the get-go, we decided that we were going to focus on the economy of downtown Napa, because we also felt that that's going to be the site of the most amount of change in the valley over the course of the next 5 to 10 years. So we talked to all these agencies here. The Chamber of Commerce has some good ideas, the Downtown Merchants Association, COBIA, Economic Development Corporation, the city, and the County Visitors Bureau. They sort of, we met with each one of these agencies, and they gave us, some insights and ideas. Here's our first idea, was to do a directory of downtown Napa. But lo and behold, after we started plugging away on it, it already was in existence. In fact, not only was it in existence, it was almost an exact replica of what we had in mind. For basically tourists, we thought it'd be good to provide a useful and maybe walking map of downtown, but we found out this was already more in existence. So we sort of went back to square one and decided that what we would do is to update a survey that was conducted by the Economic Development Corporation in 1997. So we sort of used that as our template. We changed some things around, given that it was, 5 to 6 years, I guess, it passed since then. And also this is significant because this last survey was done prior to the passage of the Measure A flood control project. So we kind of assumed that people's opinions, shopping patterns, spending patterns, all those things were likely to change as a result of Measure A happening. So let's see here. This is important because because of our time frame and the amount of money we had, we wanted to make it as be able to stand up to scientific scrutiny as best as possible. There's all sorts of formulas out there that help people develop a scientifically, statistically random survey, and we did our best to follow that. But given the constraints that we had, the money and the time, we kind of had to just make the best that we could do with the resources that we had. So basically, the way we distributed our survey was through one cost-effective way, was through the city of Napa. They volunteered to attach our survey to every single employee to their paycheck, and then we sort of set out boxes within the city department buildings where the people could return their surveys to those boxes, which saved us a big chunk of money on postage. Also, kind of a creative idea we thought was the Chamber of Commerce. They have website, they have members that if you belong to the chamber, you can get surveys from the chamber on a regular basis. So they were willing to help us out in a very big way by offering to post our survey on the internet, which of course saved on printing and postage and whatnot. And then finally, we did a random sampling. We got a list of every single household within the city limits, and basically set one to every 25th household. So some of you here may very well have gotten one.
Jill got one.
Jill got one. Randomly chosen.
And we didn't know it, but that's all right.
And ready for the next slide?
Sure.
Okay. So the overall return rate, this is when you hear about sending out random surveys to people. Oftentimes anything over 10% is considered good. city employees, we sent out, we got a 20% response rate, or excuse me, return rate of 26%, which is, better than the average response rates for sure. And next with the random mailing, this is something that I'm really not really, because I think it really speaks to the level of interest and, the level of interest basically of random people, every 25th person responded to the survey. 45% is just, I mean, it's just remarkable, and it's really speaks to, I think, the quality of people that we have in this community.
We did put a first-class stamp on the return envelope.
That's true. So we're sort of help, people would be more likely, we thought, to return the survey. And in the survey was a little description about the project and the history of, and how we sort of came up with the idea. And then finally, the chamber website, 35% of our total responses are from the chamber website, return rate of about 22%. So all these percentages here, you can see are above, which is the number which is considered to be exceptional. So that's something that I think we're all kind of shocked and pleasantly pleased and surprised by. So now I'll hand it over to Cheryl, who will talk a little bit about the demographics of the people that we got and give a little background on some of the questions and the answers we got.
Well, maybe just the profile of the respondents and how they answered our survey. So this slide, it talks about whether or not people work downtown. You can see that the city workers, 91.8% work downtown. The people who answered by mail, only 14 or 15% work downtown. And the chamber was about 41% of people who work down there. How close do you live downtown? Only 4% with 0 to a half, and a half to 1 is 10%, and 1 to 5 miles is 38%. And added together, people living 0 to 5 miles was 53%. So a huge proportion of the respondents lived really close to the rest or small entities of other counties. Where else do you shop? This question, because we were trying to figure out where they shop downtown, we want to know where else do they shop besides downtown. And you can see the lion's share is South Napa, North Napa, and Fairfield, and some others. The main things in the other categories seem to be Walnut Creek and Concord. So that's pretty much where everybody shops. Businesses used last month, restaurants, coffee houses, department stores, and grocery stores, along with the Citadome were the 5 major areas. And you can see the percentage of the other things. Bookstore was pretty high with 27%. Restaurants frequented, coffee house. Coffee house came out way ahead. Mexican, deli, and Italian. Those are the 4 top categories. But you can see all the other types of restaurants. Special events attended. Chef's Market came out way ahead of all. It seems like it's over half the respondents attended Chef's Market. Farmers Market was high. The Town and Country Fair, and what was the other thing? Oh, some event that was tied to wine.
Go figure.
Thank you, Cheryl. My name is Michael Zach. Continuing with some more of the survey results that we got. One of the questions we asked was, what type of businesses would you like to see more of in downtown? We got quite varied responses. Department store, clothing store, shoe store, just the apparel shops in general did pretty well. It seemed like there's a market for that. And the restaurants continue to, people continue to want to see more restaurants in downtown, despite the fact that there seem to be a lot there already. Some of the things that weren't so popular, the jewelry store, only 1.17% a lot of interest in seeing family-style restaurants, maybe with more affordable prices, in the $10 to $15 range. Entertainment, I think perhaps people are interested in seeing restaurants that provide some entertainment for their patrons. People are, in general, are just looking for perhaps a more vibrant downtown in general. They just like to be entertained, perhaps with bars, live music, perhaps. And in this interesting graph, we have wish for entertainment. More than half the respondents are interested in seeing theater. There's a lot of interest in more cultural events and comedy. This high interest in the theater perhaps would be served by the opera, which is going to be opening, I believe, in the summertime, the Opera House. And the cultural and comedy club, if there's any interest in opening a comedy club downtown, there's probably a market for that.
Is theater specific for live theater or?
Live theater.
Yeah.
Live theater.
And they were clear on that?
Very
And that actually
Oh,
goes. Movie. And we actually got a lot of complaints, I think, about the Cinedome. A lot of people thought that the Cinedome was the needs of
Yeah.
people. But the Uptown Theater, of course, is opening.
A lot of people wrote in that they would like more entertainment, more dancing, more things to do after, you know.
More
in the
fun.
evening. Yeah,
More fun things, yeah.
Live music.
So I think. There you go. Okay. This question we asked, would you like to see high-density housing in Napa? Only 29% of the respondents said yes. And we think that may have had something to do with the way we phrased the question. If we had said, would you like to see live-work lofts, something like that, we might have been more, we might have gotten a more
Yeah.
positive response to that. People probably aren't, people probably were envisioning like high-rises in Santa. But the chamber,
Skyscraper.
over 54% of the chamber members, or the respondents who answered the chamber did support even high-density housing. And with that, I'm going to hand it over to Dick.
Okay. I'm Dick Green, and anytime you send out one of these types of surveys, you do ask for comments. And we saw, we're just going to give you kind of representative sample. One of the surveys in particular, I remember seeing, I think Mike, you looked at it, had writing that went from the front all the way to the back. It's a 4-page survey, all in the margins, down the
Muriel.
And really, there was a lot of, actually, it was someone who was very, very sincere and was actually, saying a lot of things. I just want to give you an idea, because you can see we've got 3 different ways of getting a survey, 3 very different types of groups. So you can imagine that the comments are probably all over the map. Some examples are, downtown is only for the vintners and the rich. You know this survey is stupid, don't you? We had a couple.
We like that one.
We had a couple of smart alecs. Okay. I do not care to be around people.
Doesn't shop anywhere.
This person doesn't shop anywhere, doesn't go anywhere, and actually didn't want to see any growth.
But took the time to fill out.
But took the time to fill out the survey. Really felt that it was too congested downtown.
Pointing at me. Maybe you'll turn. I don't care.
Okay. Here's one that we heard a lot. Napa used to have a variety of places that offered live music. And they miss, and fun places to do things that downtown at night. Other comments? I hope that the Uptown Theater opens soon. We saw that one a lot.
Yeah.
We saw that one a lot. People are really looking forward to that. Offer ticket-free parking during the holidays.
That's right.
That's- That's our
Weekend.
Napa needs more upscale clothing boutiques. We're spending all our money in Marin and Sonoma. We thought that was a very interesting comment. Napa needs more music and dancing.
Yes.
Nightlife, so people don't have to leave town. We saw that a lot, over and over, in all 3 types of surveys. And tear down the parking garages and try again. They, as you must know, are terrible. Now, there's there are some, in conclusion, there are some things that, we can pull from this. We aren't going to have recommendations, we're just having observations. First one is, what is that statement like this? Okay. When about 74% of the survey live within 0 to 5 miles of downtown, I think that says a lot of what some of these perspectives are. And when you consider that the largest group that had the highest return actually was a lot of those people, it really does affect what the accumulation of all the data was. So that's pretty incredible. So I think we're getting an idea what local people are thinking when we go through this. The second conclusion, people do tend to shop in other parts of Napa. When we looked at the survey for both North Napa and South Market and Napa Place, they're shopping here. They're just not necessarily shopping as much in downtown. They're going other places. Restaurants and clothing stores are patronized the greatest in downtown. Mexican, Italian, and the coffee shop are the most patronized when you get into the food industry. And then finally, the Chef's Market, craft fairs, farmers market, and the town and country fair are the most attended of all the events. So those are some observations from the data. Now, hopes of respondents. We're going to have a slide that says this. For businesses, more clothing stores, the boutiques, and more restaurants, which was a surprise to us, quite frankly. We really didn't think we'd see that. When you drill down into restaurants, the salad bar, that actually also means vegetarian.
Soup salad bar.
Soup salad bar, that kind of thing. An offering that to folks that are vegetarians primarily. Thai, I think that's because in other parts of town those are very popular restaurants. And family restaurants that have reasonable prices, etc., that people can go down to a show or whatever and take the family to. But the live entertainment came out over and over and over. For entertainment, live theater, that's a good question, Karen, because we really looked at that. They do want to see that come into the downtown area. That probably speaks well for some of our current theater groups, that maybe we have some things ought to be done there. Cultural events, comedy, that did surprise us too, and then movies. And then the response on not wanting high-density housing, and as Mike just said, it's really easy to say Mike because we had 3 mics there. But as Mike just said, I think one of the things we learned is how to write questions, and we didn't write this one exactly right. The 2 words high density, I think, still did this. In fact, we had a couple surveys that said this is a negative question. So we got some, so I don't know how valid that probably is if we asked it the right way. This quote, I think, will sum it all up. We thought this was just fantastic. Downtown Napa has a real opportunity to reinvent itself as the arts and entertainment center of the city. With the opening of Copia last fall and the soon-to-open Opera House, Uptown Theater, plus the Riverfront Restoration Project, Napa has the amenities other downtowns would die for. And that came out of one of the surveys. We just thought that was a quote that deserves to be lifted up. So with that, we're going to say thank you for listening to us.